Hello everyone, Kill Bethelite here. And we've been talking about Bethelites. And one thing that I've done that actually works is you can talk to anybody at Bethel. You just need to know their name. And you ask for them. And from my experience, they just tie you into the phone in their room. Right? So you just call Bethel. Hey, I need to speak to such and such, first and last name, and they're like, okay, and then they send you to such and such's room. I've actually talked to a few people by making up names, you know what I mean? Now, I don't do this all day because eventually they catch on, but I'll make up names. Hey, let me speak to Sam Jorgensen or something, and they're like, oh, you must have the wrong facility. Oh, okay. Then I call back a little later. Hey, let me talk to Jeremiah Smith. Oh, okay. We'll tie you into his room. Then they put Jeremiah Smith on. Are you okay? Do you need help getting out of bed? I don't say it like that, but I try to talk to people and see if they need help and see where they are. And it works. I'm not saying all you guys need to do it because then they'll change the whole process. You know what I mean? If 100 people start calling Bethel asking for random names like I do, I'm slick about how I do it. If you guys all do it, then they're going to be like, yeah, they're just trying to get a hold of people. And they might try to stop it. But yeah, when I'm talking about and don't let a sister answer the phone while I'm doing it. Because if a sister answers the phone, one of these women that married a broke Bethelite answers the phone, that brother's going to mess around and come home from his lovely Bethel assignment to find his wife gone. Because don't let me call and your wife answer the phone and you're not there and I find out that she won't out of there. I'll drive up there and we will drive away laughing as the brother's trying to figure out what happened to my wife. My wife is just gone, you know what I mean? So, and it's not illegal. If she wants to leave and I want to provide a ride for her to get to where she wants to go, then it's not illegal. So we can do that all day. I could be the Bethel Uber. The Bethel Uber. I'll put that on my license plate. The Bethel Uber. I'll just call. I'll just have a whole phone book full of names and just keep calling. And when I have somebody's name that's actually at Bethel, they'll put me through to their room. And I'm eventually going to find somebody that, I'm going to talk to them and they're going to be like, who are you? Well, I like to do the whole, do you remember me? And they'll be like, no. And then I'll just start conversation and just try to figure out, hey, are you trying to get out of there? Like, I can help you if you're trying to get out. And those conversations are freaking awesome. Those conversations are awesome because you'd be surprised how many people, they think about it. They think about it. How's Bethel going for you? Well, who are you again? I'll get to that. I'll let you think to, see if you remember who I am. I'll get to it later, which I don't. And then it's like, if how's Bethel going? It's okay if things don't go the way you think. We might need to start thinking about a plan B, a way to get out, And some people are like, I don't, I'm fine, everything's good. And then other people are like, man, I'm struggling with this, I'm struggling with that. And it works. Eventually, I'm gonna find somebody that's like, yeah, I'm ready to get up out of here, dude. I'm tired of this. I'm ready to get out of here. And it's like, okay, Bethel Uber on the way. Kill Bethel Uber. pulling up, picking up all the people that's trying to get up out of Bethel, and we just go on a nice road trip. You know what I mean? It'd be fun. To me, that's like just a fun vacation. You know, if I have days off work and I just go on a nice, fun road trip to Bethel, pick up all the people that are trying to get up out of there, go on a nice little road trip to wherever they're trying to get to. I mean, to me, I like traveling anyway. So I would enjoy doing it. I like traveling anyway. Literally, I like to get in the car and go somewhere different and just explore. So I'd be able to do that while at the same time helping some of these people get up out of this bad situation, because people don't understand that Bethel is it's a bad situation. If you find yourself probably after about a year of being at Bethel, you've probably drained a good amount of your funds. A good year after being at Bethel, people stop giving you stuff from your congregation. They kind of forget about you, and you find yourself just stuck. You're just stuck. You're in a bad situation. You know what I mean? And you try to stick it out, but a lot of people, I bet you a lot of people, if they can get out, they can find a way to get out, they're thinking about it. They're thinking about it. They don't want to be there. A lot of people do not want to be there. They're there because of pressure, their family and whatnot. You know, and just thinking about, what am I going to tell people when I leave? But they don't want to be there. So, you know, I would do this more if I lived closer to Bethel. Like if I lived closer to Bethel, Bethel would hate me. Because I would just call people, I'd make stuff up. Yeah, I'm from such and such congregation, and, you know, hey, we're having a picnic, and I just wanted to invite you. And do you know how effective that would be for, like anything like that? Do you know how effective it would be in getting Bethelites to wake up? A lot of these people are 20-year-old kids, 20, 21, 22. They haven't even made up in their minds yet that they even believe the stuff. That's how soon they're sending them to Bethel. That's why this would be so effective. Man, I want to be closer to Bethel so I could do this more often. Like I do it from here, and the conversations are so effective that I have with people at Bethel. When I call and say, hey, I'd like to speak to such and such. Okay. Ties me into their room. The phone rings. They pick up. Hey, you remember me? No. Well, let's chat. I think you'll remember me here soon. Keep in mind, I don't know him from Adam. And I just talk to him. You know what I mean? But if I was closer, I could be like, hey, we're just letting everybody know congregation is having all kinds of food and picnic. Or we want to take some Bethelites to Pizza Hut or something like that. Man, it would work every time. Because all these kids want some pizza. All of them want some pizza, and virtually none of them got the money to go and buy it. So if you live near Bethel and you're trying to wake people up and you're like, hey, it's so easy. It would be so easy to just to talk to these people. And I'm telling you, a lot of them are young kids that they're not sure that cult is quote unquote the truth anyway. They're on the verge anyway. That'd be the best way of waking people up. I need to coordinate with some people that are closer to Bethel. Because as I find people that are interested, I write their names down. And hey, if there's somebody closer, they can be like, hey, let's meet up for pizza or something like that. And then they go down there, pick them up, talk a little bit more, helping them wake up. You know what I mean? Watchtower's already hurting because of COVID. And Watchtower would definitely be hurting if the XJW community like literally got together and just started waking up Bethelites. Watchtower is never going to pay these people. So offering to just tell them, hey, you're from such and such a congregation, and offering to take Bethelites to Burger King or Taco Bell is going to work probably 95% of the time that you attempt it. Every time you get some young Bethel kid, that's going to work. It may or may not work on older people that's been at Bethel 10, 15 years. I don't know about that. But these kids that don't have no money and they just working for free at this factory, that's going to work 100% of the time I get them on the phone. The problem is I'm too far to just be going down there to pick them up and take them to Burger King or whatever to start working on them. I ain't too far to go pick them up to freaking leave Bethel, though. I would enjoy that. The Bethel Uber, I would enjoy that. So we should come up with a plan. Us in the XJW community, when you're talking about something that would just flat out be effective, and that is calling Bethelites at Bethel. All you got to do is make up a name. If the person is there under that name, they will tie you to their room and start the conversation. Hey, do you remember me? And then the whole time, the whole time, they'll think you're playing the game of, well, this person isn't telling me who they are because they're playing the do you remember me game, you know? And then that gives you the opportunity to have a whole nice conversation. Just don't be an idiot about it and just hop on the phone and start, I don't know, freaking Beth Serene. Have you heard about Beth Serene? You got to know how to talk to people. With Bethelites, it's more about the struggle of being at Bethel and how it sucks. You know what I mean? And how you want out, you know. And how you can't talk to anybody about it, right? So when I call people and I kind of talk to them in a matter of, I understand how Bethel is, it's okay to talk about it. Man, people open up because Bethel being something that sucks is like visibly evident if you are at Bethel, but it's something you're not allowed to talk to anybody about, right? So giving them the opportunity to open up and talk about Bethel has been helping. And then I'm also calling churches and different things like that to see what we can get together to, those women that were tricked to marrying these into poverty, to somehow give them the option of leaving. You know what I mean? To give them the opportunity and the, I should say, means to get up out of there. Right? So in a discreet manner, you would want to talk to the person and just ask them candidly, honestly, do you need help getting out of there? Are you okay? Do you need assistance leaving? Right? Because the whole plan is to get this woman stuck at Bethel, which is what she would be once she has no money, no job, and is stuck with this broke, probably abusive man, right? So I'm still coming up with ideas on exactly how to do that. But my method of calling Bethel, this is something I've been doing for a while. And I haven't mentioned it because I didn't want a whole bunch of people who might not know what they're doing, or a whole bunch of people that just want to try to record themselves doing it because they're just trying to do it for views or something like that. I didn't want the wrong people getting involved, right? Because if you try to record people's voices doing that, nobody's going to talk to you then, right? Because then you're putting them out there. You're outing people doing that, right? So hopefully nobody does that. But I want to talk about it because it's been so effective to talk to Bethelites. Like, if people actually live near Walk Hill or Brooklyn or heck, Warwick or whatever, and, you know, we could start something where we do unwitnessing on Saturdays at Bethel. You know what I mean? We sit there, we make calls, and yeah, that would be something fun to get together. That would be fun to get together. We can do unwitnessing at Bethel. Calling Bethelites. These are young people who are in bad situations and typically are willing to talk. And you know what I mean? If anybody would easily leave that cult or be woken up, you wouldn't believe it, but Bethelite is the main one. Bethelites are kids that haven't yet figured out if that's even the truth or not. Oftentimes they're at Bethel because their parents wanted them there. And I know that because Bethelites told me when I was there. There were Bethelites that didn't even know if God really even exists. Because having somebody work for free at a factory at like 20, 21, that's too young. That's too young for them to know that their parents aren't accurate in regards to what they're telling them. Right? So, yeah. As far as unwitnessing, man, that has been fun for me. I'm going to keep doing that. That's been fun for me. Call Bethel. Come up with a name. It's hit or miss. If it's a hit, we go to the room. If it goes to the room, then I write the name down because I know, like, let's say they don't pick up. I write the name down because I know next time I call, I'm going to try to call again and get that specific person, right? We all are already trained. Watchtowers trained us to unwitness people at Bethel, basically. So now you got your not at homes written down, right? My Bethel not at homes written down. Then I'll call back and I don't have to make up a name. I've got a name, that name. And I do my presentation. You guys can steal this presentation because it works 100% of the time. Hello. Hey, you remember me? How's Bethel going? Do you remember me? They'll be like, are you son? They might give a couple guesses. I'll let you keep guessing. You'll remember me here soon. So how's Bethel? And then you really get them to, you try to get them to open up because they're going to try to make Bethel sound pretty because that's what they think they're supposed to do. But you talk them into, you know, opening up. You know, hey, I understand Bethel is not always what everybody thinks. It can be tough. It can be hard sometimes. It's a struggle. You know, you put that out there so that they're comfortable talking. And then hey, you know, we might not want to do this. It's good to do it for a while, but we may not want to do this for the rest of our lives. So we want to have a plan B. And then you're literally talking to this person about what's your plan on getting out of there. This has been the most effective way of unwitnessing Jehovah's Witnesses, is doing it to Bethelites. And I just wanted to share this because I don't know if anybody else has been doing it or if they even know about this method of unwitnessing. You know what I mean? Going up to carts, you can do that. It may very well not be that effective. Calling Bethelites, you call enough of them and it's effective because these kids are bored, broke, can't do nothing, and they don't want to be there anyway. A lot of them. Man, is that effective. Man, is it effective? Because I talk to people, and from talking to them, it sounds like they don't believe it anyway. Right? So comment down below. Let me know what you think. But this is my method, right, of unwitnessing at Bethel. This is my method of field service, right? So I'm sharing the method. Other people can use my method, but this is the ex-Bethelite method of unwitnessing, and I can't record myself doing it because I keep all the people confidential. Everything everybody tells me is kept confidential. No phone call have I ever gotten and then let the information out. So the people that I talk to and that are willing to talk, they stay confidential. They stay 100% confidential. So yeah, you guys can use my method. I think this is a method I invented because I've been doing it for a long time and I've never heard of anybody else doing it. Just don't mess it up. Don't do nothing silly. Like we need to have a theocratic service meeting to learn methods of unwitnessing Bethelites. This thing has been so effective, I don't want it to get messed up. But yeah, get them names, make some calls. Don't do it back to back to back if you're given wrong names, because they will figure you out, right? Don't do stupid stuff. But again, we've been trained. Watchtowers trained us to unravel them, right? So that's what I do, and it's effective when I do it. So let's do some unwitnessing. Matter of fact, I need to go live one of these times as well. So we should do some unwitnessing. We can try to figure out a way where I can maybe go live and we can do some unwitnessing, some Bethel unwitnessing. And yeah, so X-Wall Kill Bethelite getting ready to sign out. 937-789-4029. If you want to discuss methods, my method has been working. If you got a method that's better than mine, then we can definitely discuss it. So 937-789-4029. We are going to wake people up at Bethel. Watchtower knows that's a soft spot. Watchtower knows these are 19, 20-year-olds, and if somebody calls them to try to wake them up, it'll be effective. It'll be effective with a lot of them. Probably not every single one, but with a lot of them, it'll be effective. And yeah, you'll just have a whole bunch of people at Bethel that are awake. And that's still better than nothing. Right? Even if they still got to figure out how to leave, it's still better for them to be awake. And then to be able to figure out, okay, well, now how am I going to get out of Bethel? Because when I was at Bethel, I went through all that and I wasn't awake. It would have been better if I was awake and aware of what was going on fully, so that I can make decisions on, okay, let me get out of here. Right? So comment down below. Let me know what you think. We're going to talk more about, how we can help the women at Bethel that were tricked into marrying broke men and working, cleaning up people's stuff at the factory for Watchtower. And also the Marcus Vaughn method of unwitnessing Bethelites. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. This is my field service. So we'll do a live one of these times, and we'll talk about all kinds of stuff. So X-Wall Kill Bethelite signing out.